This is Putnam Peak. Today is November 9th or so, 10th, something like that. I'm pretty confident that I'm not going to run into any of my little slithering buddies up here, but I will keep an eye out for them, because this is rattlesnake country. So pretty steep here. Last time I came up I had my plane shoes on and that didn't work. It's kind of slippery. A lot of rocks, a lot of broken rocks, pieces like that. And it's a pretty good little climb to the top. Not a mountain or anything, but it's still have to watch where you're walking. And I also listen, see if anybody's going to warn me that they're up here. Listen for that telltale buzzing sound, a rattle. I'm hoping to do some QRP contests from up here, especially the QQ contest coming up in January. That should be pretty neat. Well, here it is, about halfway up. From this point you can see, it's kind of windy too, I hope you can hear me. From this point you can see that's Abilene in that direction. Our house is over in that direction. And over here, just some more countryside, a lake. That hill up there is where I hope to do some other QRP work. I've got permission to go up there, but right now is deer season, and it probably wouldn't be a great idea to be walking around up there right now with the hunters up there. These big rocks like this in the summer, you have to be really careful, because places like this are where the rattlesnakes hide. And that's a perfect place for them. In case I ever want to come up here and catch one, I'll know where to look. I'm going to assume for right now they're all hibernating for the winter, though. Just go up here a little bit farther. This is probably from the looks of it, it's probably a couple of 100 feet high up here. There's another place, it's a good place. Good place for rattlesnakes. Right down in there. They like to get out of the sun in the hot parts of the summer, the hottest parts of the day. And those rocks are real good for that, to get them out of there, or to get them some protection. Like any other animal, they're just trying to get by. I don't want to step on one, but on the other hand, I don't really have a lot of problem with them. I'll stay out of their way and they'll stay out of my way, and we'll all get along. Anyway, from up here, you can see this is a great place to string an antenna. Although there aren't many trees here to string from, I guess I could sit down a little lower down here and then run a wire up to this little bush. This might be a good place for a freestanding vertical. That direction out there is basically toward Fort Worth, which is about 120 miles away. Nearest I can guess, that's pretty much toward Houston. This is the town here. What I really want to do is, what I wanted to do is get up high like this. I wish there were some mountains around here, some bigger areas to run an antenna. This is actually kind of a joke. They call it Putnam Peak, Mount Putnam, and it's just because of it's the highest little lump around here. Well, in town anyway. Like I said, that other hill out here is a lot higher. There's a water tank up there. That's where the town gets their water, and it looks like a pretty clear shot to walk up there. There is also a road that you can go in, I'm told, and the man who owns it, Benton Pruitt, told me what the combination to the lock is, but at this point I don't remember. I'd have to ask him again. Let me get some still shots here too. This is probably a good place for a campsite. If not a campsite, at least a place for a day camp. Good place to set up ham radio and do the QRP contest. I wanted to get up here with a random wire, but my wire is modeled to be 50 feet long with a 15-foot counterpoise up 15 feet. And so there's really nothing here that high. This little tree, but I would have to get way down there, and that would kind of defeat the purpose, I guess. I'd rather be up on the top here. So it's probably going to be a good place for my portable dipole. See how it works. I can put that up right here. Run the radials out along the ground. But it's a good place just to come up and have some fun, I think. A lot of cactus here. Have to stay out of that. And I can see in the summer it would probably be have to show a lot more caution in the summer. But this isn't summer, so not a problem. Anyway, I'll start back down now. I've got some good still shots here, and be careful. These rocks, like I said, coming up, boy, they're ideal places for little buddies to hide. And, it's pretty steep right in here. Also watch. Not a good place to walk around without looking in the I'm talking about it, obviously. But this is really, November is pretty late to find any kind of reptiles out walking around. It is a warm day, so you never know. They could probably come out for one last meal. Now this right here, I don't know if this is going to show you the actual how steep it is, but you can see my four-wheeler down there. So I'm going to take it easy going down this so we don't end up on our butt and slide down. This will be a good place to bring the goats when they get a little older. Good training for them walking up and down hills and getting their footing. And the old goat too. Should say old goat number 2. I think old goat number 1 has already been spoken for by a fella in Colorado. So I guess I can be old goat number 2. Well, anyway, I think that's going to be a good place to do a little ham radio. I'll bring my K1 up there with me, or my FT817, and that should work just fine. So, we'll get on home. Take a look at this, see if it's worthy of putting up on YouTube. Maybe some of the guys in Houston would like to see it, and I know my son Greg is going to be interested. He really likes it here. He wants to get into ham radio, and this will be an opportunity for him to really experience it, see how much fun it is to get out in the woods and throw a wire up and make contacts all over the country and hopefully farther than that. So for now, I'll say 73.